PYX 106. Quinn and Cantera.
1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com. Paul Harding from Martin Harding Mazzotti on the horn.
Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, guys. Good morning.
I know we're going to talk about that cute little French bulldog and the United Airlines, but so we learned last night that Nico DeNovo died and that the guy who was charged with DWAI has 6 years in jail, and I thought, wow, can they up his charge? But apparently that was a plea agreement before. Is that common?
Yeah, so not common, but when it happens, so they've got the plea agreement, and the question is always when it's executed, right? So once you plead to something, to now try you again, you'd have that double jeopardy component to it.
Oh.
Prior to the plea, they would have the right to pull the deal, so to speak, but oftentimes they do honor what was put forth and accepted.
All right, I know that wasn't the topic, but I read it in the news and I was confused.
Yeah, interesting stuff. Tragic.
So what's this dog that caught everybody because I don't know, I didn't realize like 30 dogs a day or something ridiculous or a year die in the
17 of them were on United last year.
17 on United last year, yeah. And I thought they had that down pat. There's a lawsuit now. We got they want to pressurize the overhead compartments. I thought they were pressurized because I thought that's where it was, and that's where you couldn't breathe or something. What's the deal?
So there's a confusion as to whether or not that the flight attendant knew there was a dog in the
I think that's
in the crate.
Nonsense.
And I think, there
was a woman who heard the thing barking the whole time.
Right. No, I guess that's their position, and that there was a potential English barrier, and they put the dog up, and the flight attendants didn't hear it. But either way, yeah, I didn't know that that there wasn't proper air up in. I mean, it looks like it's pretty close to where we're sitting. The door kind of opens and shuts. It looks like there's almost a little gap of room. So
half the time it's shaking off the roof when you're in there.
It feels like it could open at any moment. So how could that be different? But to the extent they've offered to do an autopsy on the dog. Because, again, a lot of the dogs who die from natural causes. Dogs that, maybe die from just pure, the fear of flying or being in a crate or something. So they don't know exactly what caused the dog to die. At least I've not read anything to that effect. But here what you've got is, just these people just coming very forward saying, listen, if we're going to allow dogs on, it's got to be done in the main cabin. It's got to be done fairly. Because the flip side of it is we've had some terrible dog attacks. It was a Southwest plane, a young girl who was bitten badly. So, you're flying tens of thousands of dogs. Ultimately, these are myths that they need to clean up.
Well, how about this? How about leaving the animals back on the farm, unless you're a service dog?
How about stepping it up all the billions you make when you're an airliner, and have a damn dog kennel if you got a thing, and have somebody down there, in the pressurized area to take care of the animals.
That's one of my questions. Like, when United came out and said, we own this, we wholeheartedly apologize, does that make a lawsuit really easy?
Well, first of all, there's not much of a lawsuit here. So in every state that I know, but I know New York for sure, when you if you kill a dog and you do it unintentionally, but just basically what's the claim, right? And the claim is the value of the dog. So older dogs are worth less, the younger dogs are worth a little more because you got to replace the dog. That's it.
Oh man, it's so human-like.
And I did hear they're working on a law that would give dogs the same rights as human passengers.
Well, I mean, they're creatures, No,
I heard that.
Yeah? Oh, I did too. I did too, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, have a dedicated United employee who's an animal whisperer of some kind, take care of the dogs in one section, know?
Have a separate dog airline.
Dog owners will pay for that, I'm telling you right now, I would pay extra for it.
Good point. Well, I don't know. We'll wait and see what happens here. Yeah. But it's still a sad story. America, they don't have the patience for dead dogs. They hate it.
The saddest part was the woman who's so guilt-ridden that she heard the dog barking the entire time, but then after it stopped, she realized that it was crying for help. It just broke my heart.
Thanks for breaking it down, Paul. We appreciate it.
All right, guys.
See you, buddy. Thanks. Paul Harding right there.
Martin Harding and Mazzotti, 1-800-LAW-1010 at 1-800-LAW-1010.com.
PYX 106.
Quinn and Cantera. Quinn